and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited to present you one of my favorite shoulder tricks, Chestroll To Shoulder. Once you figure out how to do it, it's really flowy and it's not too hard either. If you watched my mini-series on shoulder stands last year, you will be familiar with all of the prerequisites for this trick. You should be able to go from chest to shoulder, you should be able to do a Korean kamikaze, and you should be able to hold some bounces in shoulder stand. If you're not familiar with any of these, you can go back to this video and learn how to do it. And then, not to forget, you should of course also be able to do a chest roll without hooking the foot. So let's look at how the trick works. As the name suggests, it starts like a chest roll. So you do the chest roll, and luckily chest is already the perfect starting position to get yourself into shoulder. So at the end of the chest roll, you push out of the back foot, you push out of the hands, and you land in shoulder stand, and then you just have to hold the next bounce, and that's already it. The trick works a little bit differently depending on which shoulder you use compared to your normal stance. So if you use the opposite shoulder compared to your back foot in normal stance, that's the easier variant, and if you use the same shoulder as your back foot in normal stance, that's the hard variant. In this video, we're going to look at the easier variant first, and all the principles that I explained there also apply for the other variant, and then at the end we're going to look at some specialties that only apply to this one. For the leash management, the important thing for me was to have it out of my way to be able to push up with the foot. So I just put it in front of my feet when bouncing and standing, but I think other options work here as well. I think the easiest timing is if you manage to push yourself up to shoulder at the top of the bounce. And depending on which line you're on and how fast you roll around the line, that means slightly different starting times. I think my main tip for this trick is the hand placement. So you might want to have your hands a little bit closer to your feet than you normally have them, because if you have them too close to the shoulder, like here, you won't manage to push yourself to shoulder stand. And then just play around with the trick. And if you have difficulties, it might be worth going back to the prerequisites and practice chest to shoulder a little bit more or shoulder bounces a little bit more. And as promised, we now look at the specialty for the harder variant with the wrong foot-shoulder combination. So, short reminder, for me that's right foot as back foot in normal stance combined with right shoulder. This means that there's a mismatch between the foot that you normally use to push yourself up to shoulder, and also the hand placement in chest is not as you need it for shoulder stand. So there needs to be a switch in the hands, and also either you have to switch the feet or you have to push yourself to shoulder with the wrong foot. So let's look at the hands first. So here I have to go from left hand in front to right hand in front, and that also means that I try to really have the hands quite close to my feet at the beginning to be able to put the right hand in front and still have the room to push myself to shoulder at the end. And then regarding the feet, I actually did both. So at the beginning I was switching my feet, so I start with the right foot on the line and I was switching it to the left foot and then pushing myself from the left foot to shoulder as I normally do when I just go from chest to shoulder. But then after a while I just kept the right foot on the line and used the right foot to push myself to shoulder, so both of these are possible. As you can see, there's a little more going on here, but that's life, and I tried to warn you about it in my shoulder stand video. So I hope you enjoy trying the trick, and let me know in the comments below how it goes. See you next time!